What's up, y'all? It's been a little bit since I made one of these, but I'm out here with Bella just chilling, and figured it'd be a good day to show you guys how I made my Let Me Down Slowly remix. Shout out Alec Benjamin. The whole concept of this was totally like unintentional, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a remix to this, even though that I rarely do remixes. So let's dive in, take a look at it. Before we do that, I want to let you know, Analog Cinema, the album is coming out May 17th, 10 songs on it. I spent like 8 months making this, and you could pre-save it in the link that will be in the description of this video. Without further ado, let's get started and dive in. I originally made this totally on accident on like a random day in February, and it just turned into something that I didn't expect it to turn into. But shout out everyone who helped this song grow. I think we're almost at like 30K streams on it. All right, so what I'll do is I'll show you guys the original sample loop that this was originated from. So this is what I heard first. I was just looking through, and this is the first thing I heard. So when I originally heard that, I was just kind of humming and creating and just doing what I usually do, just coming up with lyrics and like a melody for it. And for some reason, I just ended up singing that, the Let Me Down Slowly. I was like, could you find a way to let me down slowly? And I was like, wait, this actually kind of goes with this. I want to try this out. And kind of as a joke at first, I just sang that. And I actually kept one of the original takes on it. I think this first take when I just started off was the first take just recorded into the mic. And I think it goes like this. Could you find a way to let me down slowly? And so I made that and I was like, all right, we're doing this. This is official. I'm doing a remix. And keep in mind the whole process of making this song probably took me, I don't know, I want to say like 90 minutes, maybe less. But the reason I was trying to rush through it was because it was actually about 40 degrees in my house. The heating system in my house had just blown out. And basically I came home and like the walls were cold, and I was like, Jesus, like who left the fucking window open or a door open? And it turns out there was just no heat. It had been like 2 days. And so I was like, okay, I gotta make this before I like get hypothermia. I dove right in, and just the first thing was making the hook for it. And this actually, the rest of this took a while because it was kind of hard to hit some of these notes. Not gonna lie. So I'll show you. Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. So I didn't really know what to do from there with the beat and like the whole song. So I was like, I don't want to just use the same words he did, because he had a certain cadence on the original song that this was off an acoustic guitar and like a live instrument. And I just don't know if that kind of live feel would have been something that I could accomplish on this. So right after that, I layered a bunch of vocals. This is what it sounds like here. Down, let me down slowly. Down, let me down slowly. So I really like layering my vocals because it kind of adds like a width. Such a weird word. Anyways, from there, I knew that I wanted like a drop to be kind of like a simple 808, like R&B type trap drop. And so I added a couple things just to build up to it. And let me just show you those real quick. I think it's right here. I added some kind of guitar samples to fill it out, add some melodic feels to it. So it's subtle, but it adds this texture to it in the background. I don't want it to just loop and loop the whole time, because I actually maintain that original melody through the whole beat. So I wanted to switch it up, add some variety to it. And then the drums come in. These were some simple drums that I'm not gonna lie, were made relatively quickly. And I think I added a distortion to it, but let me just check. So that's the basics of the drums, simple hat, kick, snare, and then I added a trap bass to it that's kind of like this sub bass, and then I think I even layered that bass too. So I'll show you guys that right now. And I had the bass hit every time the drums hit. And that's a sequencer, like a synth sequencer. Just to add some movement. These are the shakers. And so that drum progression maintains through the whole song. So right here, this is where I kind of incorporate the actual chorus that was on the original song. And so I just added a basic melody to it, layered it out.
Me down slowly, and I can't stop myself from falling down, and I can't stop myself from falling down.
Next, I come in with the verse vocals. The verse was slightly different, fit the vibe of it because it was freezing, and I was like, damn, it's like cold in my house, like the kingdom here, it's like freezing. So I kind of related that, incorporated that into the song. And that sounds like this.
Tonight is cold in the kingdom, I hear steps around me, yeah, steps around me, yeah. While love is fading, we faded, you do your best around me, but it's never enough, but it's never enough.
So that was just kind of like a basic line to start off the verse. And then I come in with kind of like a melodic singing part of the verse. And this is probably one of my favorite parts of the song because I hit a couple cool notes here.
When stars align, it's love alive, we never try. Stay up at night, we picking sides, just let it die.
And it comes back in.
Sick of crying, both of us. You sick of crying, both of us end up silent, knowing I need to end it, but never knowing the timing. Yeah.
To be honest, a good amount of that singing part was actually like freestyled. I wanted to create this idea that the verse was about like, you know, a fight or an argument or an ongoing difficult relationship with like a loved one, and that's why it's like it kind of sounds like a battle. It's like you're sick of crying, but we keep doing this. And it's kind of just going back and forth and just facing the struggles of like, you know, what we see in relationships. And then this is probably by far my favorite part of the song because I switch it up even more with the melody, and it goes like this.
Have embraced my fall when the faith are gone. Take my thoughts, please erase my faults when the sun come up.
And then, to be honest, that wraps it up. I add the chorus back into it, and then I just fade it out with repeating Let Me Down, because I'm just like, let me down slowly. And so, damn, are they really mowing outside? You gotta be kidding me, man. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna wrap this video up before it gets more annoying because of the people across the street. Like I said before, it would mean the world if you guys go into the description of this video and just pre-save the album. By pre-saving the album, when it drops, it can reach the most amount of people. All the love that I got on this song, the Let Me Down Slowly remix, and the excitement for the album is really awesome. May 17th, available everywhere. Analog Cinema, the album. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these. I was kind of off the grid for a little bit, but I'm done because those people are pissing me off. See y'all.